So you guys are gonna sit there and go, "Hey Rick, what's wrong with you? You just reviewed this book, Shutter by Melissa Larson. Are you okay? Are you mentally right?" No, I'm not okay, and I'm not mentally right. But I'm doing a second review. This one is completely filled with spoilers. I'm going to tell you everything that happens in this book. Why? Because I feel that she wasted my time. So now I'm going to destroy this book. So that's why. So if you want a non spoiler, uh, watch that video, right? The video above. If you want the spoiler, don't want to waste your time reading this garbage, watch this. So this book starts off with Betty Rue. She's from where the hell is it here in California? Humboldt, California. I've been living in California since 2009. It's 2026. I still don't know where Humboldt is. I've heard of it a million times. I have no idea where it is. California's that damn big. She moves from Humboldt to New York to become an actress after her father unalives himself, which, God, I hate. I have to use that word because we know what it means, right? But we live in a society nowadays that we have to use words like that. Literally, it's what George Carlin was talking about back in the 80s and 90s about us softening languages to make it easier to digest. But either way, I don't want to get off on a tangent. So she moves to New York to become an actress. She just so happens to have two friends living there. One of them was originally from Humboldt, California. What a coinky dink. And this person happens to know this famous director who made a low budget movie that is one of those movies you either love or hate. So I'd like to compare it to like Donnie Darko. I love Donnie Darko. One of my favorite movies of all time. I could watch it every day until the day I die and never be bored of it. I always find something new in that movie. My wife can't stand it. She can't watch 1 minute of that movie. It is one of those type of movies that apparently he directed. And it has a cult following. This girl never seen the movie, but she pretends that she has because her friend's gonna set up a meeting to see if she can get her in the movie. Now, mind you, Betty has never acted in her life. Not in high school, not in college, not anywhere. No acting. But she's gonna be an actress, right? Why not? God, I hate this book. I really do. Oh God. So she meets this guy, Anthony Marino, that's his name. And he's like pitching this movie, right? And basically the pitch is this. Have you ever watched Cape Fear? And she goes, "Oh yeah, the one with Robert De Niro and Nick Nolte." No. The one with Robert Mitchum. And she goes, "No, I don't watch black and white movies." "Well, you gotta watch that one." So they sit down and they watch the movie, and she's like, "Yeah, it's a good movie. So what's your movie idea? You're gonna do like a Cape Fear remake?" "No, I'm gonna do Cape Fear, but instead of the parents going at it, I'm gonna have the killer come after the girl without the father's interference." Oh, I didn't freeze. I'm waiting for you guys to like digest that. He just basically said every horror movie out there. It's a girl being stalked by someone who wants to kill her. That was his idea. I shit you not. That was what he was pitching her. And apparently she's the one. She's the actress he's been waiting for to play this part. There's something about her. Now, I will give the book this, right? The beginning of this book moves, and it moves well. And I was intrigued as to what is going on with this movie because there's something shady, and you know there's something shady about this movie. And why is she the one? She has no acting experience, and you're this director that has a cult following. Why are you picking her of all people? You're telling me you can't hold open auditions and find someone who's a better actress? Even if it's not like mainstream actors, you could find like a diamond out there that no one knows about, who's looking for the big break. But this is the person you select. Okay. Uh, so they go out to the cabin. It's five of them. It's her friend. I can't remember her name. I'm just gonna call her Sheila because I can't remember her name. She really is. After her introducing her to Anthony Marino, basically useless. Same thing with her boyfriend Ben. Ben stays there. He sets up the whole cameras when they get to the woods and stuff like that. Other than that, completely useless to the story. There's another guy that goes with them. I can't remember his damn name. He has one purpose in this book. One. And I'll tell you in a minute what it is. So they get out to the cabin. Ben puts up the cameras. They're chilling. They're having fun. They're drinking. She's trying to find out as much as she can about this movie. Like, hey, what am I supposed to be? Blah, blah, blah. And when they get up there, he goes, by the way, you're no longer Betty. Your name is Lola. And she's like, what? The hell are you talking about? My name is Lola. My name is Betty. And he's like, yeah, but I don't want you to be Betty. I want you to play Lola. I need you to get out of the mindset of being Betty and be Lola. And then she says something that makes the most sense that anyone could say in that situation. She goes, okay, if I'm playing Lola, why does everyone else here not have a different name? He doesn't really have a good retort to this. He's like, well, you're not that experienced, so I need you to get out of your mindset. These guys are not great actors, except for the one guy who I can't remember his name. He was in the original movie that Anthony Marino did. Ben helped with the direction, I think, of that movie, like the camera work, and Ben's girlfriend didn't really do anything. So the only other person in there who's a real actor, you can kind of consider him an actor, was the guy who was in the first movie. I can't remember his name. We'll call him Tim. I really can't remember his name. So she just buys into it. And then he has her dye her hair a certain color. So now you're thinking, okay, something crazy is going on. What is going on with this movie? Right? Well, this is what's going on with this movie. Anthony, when they first get there, they go to a shop and they meet this lady, and they're picking up stuff, supplies and whatever, blah, 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 blah. And she meets this lady, and he's like, this is after she's transformed into Lola. And he goes, I want you to talk to that lady right there. Go talk to her and just, be nice and whatever. She goes and talks to her and whatever. And it turns out that lady is the mother of this guy named Sammy. Sammy is kind of like the groundskeeper of this woodsy area. It's more like an island than woods, but he's the groundskeeper type thing. Turns out, when Anthony was younger, Sammy used to babysit him. And Sammy and him were mad cool. Mad cool. Until one day, Sammy found photos of his girlfriend butt ass naked in Anthony's photo stash. Because Anthony used to take photos of his girlfriend all the time, take photos of everything. And Sammy thought it was cute at first. He was like, oh, it's cute that he's taking photos of you, blah, 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 blah. No big deal. But now he has butt naked photos of his girlfriend. So Sammy loses his mind. He's like, what the hell are you doing? And Sammy's girlfriend's like, he's just a kid being a kid, let it be. And Sammy's the hell, I am going to let that be. He goes and beats his ass. Just beats him down. Humiliates him in front of the girl that he's in love with, basically. Anthony had like a huge crush on this guy's girlfriend and had a bunch of naked pictures of her. So Sammy whooped his ass. I shit you not. This is revenge for having a porn stash of someone else's girl when he was a little kid and getting his ass whipped. This is the story. I wish I was kidding you. I'm not. This is the whole story. So the reason Betty is now Lola and had to change her hair and all that is because now she looks exactly like Anthony's first crush, which was Sammy's girlfriend back in the day. He's trying to get revenge on Sammy. This is the whole plot of the book. I kid you not. Sammy kind of figures this thing out, right? And the reason Tim is there's no movie being made, by the way. Or their idea of a movie is like they're gonna whip Sammy's ass, It's like Sammy's the stalker and he's coming and they're gonna whip his ass. It's kind of like a what do you call it? I don't want to say a documentary, like a real life thing, whatever you call those things. But they're gonna record him coming after him, and Tim's gonna be the hero, beats his ass down, and that's gonna be the movie. Which sounds to me like the dumbest movie I've ever heard in my life. Like they kind of want to make it look like a Blair Witch type thing, but the Blair Witch actually was interesting. This is downright boring. Okay, so Sammy and Tim finally butt heads. Well, Tim thinks he's a badass and can whoop anybody's butt. Sammy beats the living hell out of him. Beats him so bad he breaks bones on him, has him crying like a little girl. Yeah. Good plan there, Anthony. That's your best friend right there. All because you had butt naked photos of this guy's girlfriend. Oh, but wait, it gets better. It's later revealed, supposedly, this is what Anthony's telling, what's her face? Betty, Lola, whatever the hell you want to call her at this point, that he didn't sneak around taking those photos. This girl, who was, I think Anthony was like 9 or 10 at the time, and she was like 16 or 17. Okay? You see the age gap. Now, listen to what I'm about to tell you. You see the age gap. Sammy is like 6, 7 years older than Anthony. So he was about the same age as his girlfriend. So Anthony's around 9 or 10. This girl's around 16, 17. So was this kid. So was Sammy. Anthony tells Lola that girl that he had a crush on came to him and asked him to take nude photos of her. That it was never done in secret. Okay. That is some pedophilia right there. How is it not? And it cracks me up because Anthony's talking about the trauma that he received from getting his butt whooped by this guy. But where's the trauma from? You were literally sexually abused by this woman. Like, she's forcing you to take photos of her. But you're okay with that because you have a crush on her, right? But when you grow up, you realize certain things. You're like, shit, man, I was taken advantage of. I was only 9 or 10, and this girl was way older than me. There's something wrong with her. But you still had a crush on her to this point. What's wrong with you, dude? You need to seek mental help. There's something wrong with you. So let's wrap this all up, because this book is so stupid. It's being, I'm trying to breathe in and breathe out because this book pissed me off so much. So then, honestly, I forget how all this went down at the end, but Sammy beats the crap out of Anthony too. Sammy's like the Terminator, but I think Anthony stabbed him. I don't remember if he didn't stab him. He hit him in the head with a rock. And Sammy's like walking away concussed, and Anthony's trying to help him because Anthony realizes, okay, I effed up. This was wrong of me to even do. And he's trying to help him out, and Sammy's like, stay the hell away from me. Get away from me. I'm going to go back and you're going to be in trouble, whatever not. And then later you find out, Anthony's worried about Sammy because he's concussed and he's gonna go on a boat and go back home and all this, and he's worried. Oh man, what if he drowns or this and that? Well, later on, uh, Anthony speaks to Betty or Lola again, whatever they want, hell you want to call her at this point, that he saw on one of the cameras that she murdered Sam. What the hell? You've known this guy Anthony for approximately 3 to 5 days, and you're willing to kill for him? That is some deep crap, dude. I know some of my best friends for decades now. And if one of them were to tell me, hey, Rick, I gotta get my revenge on this dude. And I'd be like, all right, what do you want to do? You want to jump him? You want to kick his ass? Nah, I want to murder him. Okay, I'm out. Nah, I'm not doing prison time. I know on the outside world I'm ugly, but in prison, I'm Brad Pitt in Fight Club. Okay, like, dude, not prison. Not this bootay. So that's how this ends. Like they decide to be together. They're quiet about it. That's the end of this stupid book. It really is dumb. What I find funny though is when writers. I'm not sure if writers do this or if like the publishing company does this, but we're gonna go over this. This is the reader's guide, right? It has a question for discussion. So let's discuss. Number one, if you were in Betty's position, would you have said yes to Anthony's offer? Would you have stayed on the island and acted in the movie? Why or why not? First off, I probably would have accepted his offer because he has a cult following from the one movie he made, but I would not have stayed on the island once he told me I have to dye my hair, change my name when no one else has to do anything else. And I have yet to see a script. I have yet to be told what the freaking movie's even about. Like, he literally never tells her what the movie's about, but she stays anyway. I'm out. Beep, beep. I'm going home once my friend goes home. By the way, that's another thing that happens. Her friend who introduced her to this director, he bounces. She bounces. She leaves. I would have been gone with her. Screw your movie at this point. 2, do you think Sophia, that's her friend, Sophia leaves. Sophia knew what she was getting her friend into when she introduced Betty to Anthony. How does that make you feel about Sophia? I don't think Sophia knew Anthony's plans. I think Sophia was looking out for her friend, trying to get her into the movies. But so I don't hate Sophia. She just had a way in to get her into movies, and she did what she could for her friend. It's what you do. One of my friends came to me and said, hey, Rick, I need a job in accounting. Can you help me? I know a couple of people who might be able to help you. So, I don't know. Doesn't bother me. 3, over the course of the novel, we see that Betty's relationship with her mother is strained. Who is more to blame for the way the relationship has deteriorated, Betty or her mother? Betty. Your father unalived himself. You immediately pack up, leave California, go to New York, meet a dude, go off to do a movie. Don't have any way of communicating with your mother. Your mother calls, even before she leaves, her mother calls her a couple times, and she acts like it's such an inconvenience to talk to her. It's like the worst thing. Oh my God, you're bothering me. That's what mothers do. Like, I don't understand the issue here. Like, when I was living in Jersey, I moved from my house in Elizabeth, New Jersey to Woodbridge Township. I lived in Avenel, Island, and Colonia. If you don't know those areas, Colonia, if you ever watched Ocean's 11, where George Clooney comes out of the prison, that's Rahway Prison. That's not located in Rahway. It's located in Colonia. They changed the name of the prison. I don't know what it is now, but I used to live 2 blocks from there. I was actually living there when George Clooney was there and Brad Pitt was there. We went to see the filming of that first part. That's how crazy that is. So, and the reason I bring that up is that was only like a 15-minute ride from my house. I used to get calls from my mom every day. I didn't think it was anything bad. My mom called me up to see how I was doing. I would drive after work to go see my mom. What's the big deal? It's like these young kids nowadays, God forbid your parents care about you. Was Anthony abusing his power as a celebrity and as the film's director in his relationship with Betty? Yeah, obviously. She wanted to be an actress. You're a director with a cult following. You're pitching this movie to her, which you knew was just a plot to get revenge. You're a dick. Number 5, is Betty a willing participant in the film, or has she been taken advantage of? Has she chosen what she wants? She's a willing participant in the film that she was told was going to be made, and she was taken advantage of, because that film that he was like, oh, I want to do my version of Cape Fear this way, which was basically every freaking horror movie ever made. But that movie was never getting made. It was all a revenge plot. So yes, she was taken advantage of. Is fear really Anthony's way of working through past trauma, or is he being vengeful? It's all about revenge, dude. There was no fear. The only fear he has is getting his ass whipped by Sammy, because Sammy could take him in 2 seconds. What fear does he have? It's all about getting revenge. That's why he has this boy fight him. Like, to me, that's the most chump thing you ever do. Growing up, if you had a problem with someone, you settled it yourself. You didn't have your boy settle it for you. That's the biggest chump thing I've ever seen happen in a book. Discuss Betty's relationship with her father. Why do you think he told Betty he was planning to unalive himself? Do you think he was being manipulative in any way? I think he told her just to let her know, hey, don't be shocked if you come home one day and I'm not around. Like, that is one of the things that gets brought up later in the book. It's not told much at the beginning, except that he did do it. But later on, she's talking about, like, they went on this trip. I think it was to Denmark or someplace like that. And when they got home, he just kept talking about, like, yeah, one of these days I'm just going to end it, you know. And she just took it as like BS talk. And then she comes home one day and he's in a bathtub with his wrist slit. And I just think he was suffering from depression. Like, some people suffer from depression. I had friends who unalived themselves that I would have never thought of it. I had a friend back in Jersey, in Elizabeth, New Jersey, actually, what was this, like 5 months before 9/11, jump in front of a train, end her life. I knew her in high school. The happiest person you could ever meet. When I read that in the newspaper, I bawled crying because I knew her. We hung out all the time. But once you got out of high school, sometimes you lose connections. But I never would have imagined her being that way. But it turned out a lot of it was due to her. She got addicted to heroin and stuff like that. And her and her boyfriend decided to jump in front of a train together. It's horrible, but it happens. Was Sammy death really a matter of self-defense? Who is complicit in his death and why? No, there is no self-defense, because you were setting up this whole thing. You can't claim self-defense if you knew right from the get-go you were planning on seeking revenge on somebody. Okay? This might fall under murder in the first degree. You might get lucky with a prosecutor who's just like, listen, I'll give you murder in the second degree if you plead guilty. But you planned revenge on him. Granted, you weren't planning on killing him, but just the fact that he brought, I call him Tim. I don't remember his real name in the book, but you brought Tim to beat him down. Tim could have accidentally killed him. You don't know what could have happened in that fight. So you had some plan of vengeance against him. You are complicit in his murder. It's just that simple. What does the future hold for Betty and Anthony? One of the major themes in the novel is the meaning of intimacy and the role secrets play in relationships. Do you, no, sorry, I had to burp that one up after reading that sentence. Do you think Betty and Anthony will be able to find happiness given the secret they now share? They will never find happiness. Never. You know why? You can't keep a secret that big. It'll eat at you. It will eat at you. Unless you're sadistic, this secret will eat at you. And now you have no choice but to spend the rest of your life with this person. She's going to have to spend the rest of her life with this guy, Anthony Marino. And he's going to have to spend the rest of his life with her. And he can't cheat on her. He better be faithful. I don't care how many movies he makes. I don't care if he makes blockbuster after blockbuster after blockbuster. Murder is murder, right? They can bust you 50 years from now. Look what happened with the Golden State Killer, right? He committed those murders in the 60s and 70s, was it 50s, 60s, and 70s, and caught him not that long ago. So murder is murder. You mess around, she'd probably be like, you know what? I don't care. My life has gone to hell. I'm just going to write it out. Yeah, we committed a murder. So you better be faithful to her. You better give her everything she wants. Because, I mean, you're complicit in this too. You're not clean. You're the reason she went up there. Remember, she has her friend too. She could be like, hey, could you tell the jury why the hell I was even in this movie? Okay. Can you tell the jury what this movie's about? Oh, you can't. Oh, do you have a script for this movie? Oh, you don't. Ben, did you put up the cameras? Oh, you did. Oh, okay. So we are all somehow complicit in all this because we were all up there. Hey, Tim, didn't you try to fight this guy and he broke your leg? Oh, you did. So you were trying to beat his ass for Anthony Marino over here, the famous director, Oscar Award winner. I'm just saying, in case he wins an Oscar. Oh, okay. Yeah, me and you are going to prison for the rest of our lives. So yeah, no, they're gonna have to be happily ever after married. That's it. So yeah, that's the breakdown of this book. All the spoilers. This book is horrible. I don't even know what I gave it in the other review. Honestly, I don't remember. I I toiled about should I go all out and just spoil the hell out of this book. But the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? This book pissed me off so much. I'm just gonna tell everybody what the hell is in this book, and you don't have to read it now. You can count it as a book that you read because I just told you everything that happens. This book is garbage. All right. Talk to you guys later.